Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no talk. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no talk. Thought I'd come on here and do a little life update. I am trying to get back in the swing of things. I took a break for a little while, but I'm back. And before getting in to vlogging again, I thought I would make a little life update Q&A video just to catch up with you before I just jump in like I wasn't off of YouTube for like 3 months. I'm gonna try really hard not to ramble too much in this video because I find myself doing that a lot of the time. I just start yapping. I just thought I would answer some questions, starting out with where the heck have I been? Full transparency, I just wasn't enjoying the content that I was making. Making YouTube videos started to feel a bit like a chore, which I just did not love, obviously, and I felt like you guys were probably sensing that as well and just weren't enjoying my content as much either. It felt like I was doing it strictly as a job rather than also enjoyment, and I just want to bring back some joy in it. So yeah, that's all. There's not much else to it. Oh, and I guess the fact that I'm 5 months pregnant, or I'm 20 weeks pregnant, and I was hiding that. That's also a reason. Obviously, I just, mom brain and pregnancy brain, I basically don't have a brain. No, I'm kidding. But I'm also pregnant, which you know from the title of this video and the thumbnail. I am 20 weeks pregnant. I'm halfway through my pregnancy with baby number 2. We just announced on Mother's Day over on Instagram, and yeah, I wanted to answer some questions about that because I definitely got a lot. I had you guys ask me on Instagram to ask me questions, and I answered a few briefly over there, but I think I'm going to kind of re-answer them more in depth and also just answer any other questions that I didn't answer. Cohen is going to be 1 next week. Oh, it hurts a little because how in the heck is my baby going to be 1 year old? I just don't even know. I start answering some questions that I got on Instagram, starting out with the basic stuff like when I'm due, how far along I am. I'm 20 weeks in 1 day when I'm filming this right now. My due date is October 1st. I found out that I was pregnant on January 22nd, a day after Cohen turned 8 months old. What is that? Babies are going to be 16 months apart, which I'm so excited for. A close age gap. I think most people hear that and think, girl, you're gonna be busy, which you better believe it. Oh, I know I'm gonna be very busy. I'm gonna have my hands full, but my heart is gonna be even more full. Next question that kind of follows the age gap is, was this baby planned or a surprise? Because they are so close, I think a lot of people kind of expect it to be totally unplanned, but this baby really isn't unplanned or a surprise. I was tracking my cycle and we were not preventing having a baby, so I knew very well that it was likely I could get pregnant. We weren't exactly trying yet. We were planning on really starting to try at 9 months. Well, originally we were going to try when Cohen turned 1, but then it kind of switched to 9 months. But when making that decision, he was like 7 or 8 months or 7 months old. We were kind of like, well, we could just not prevent, because when we tried with Cohen, it took 3 months of tracking my ovulation and everything to get pregnant, and so I was like, it'll probably be the same if not longer. So I was like, we can just not prevent, and then if I get pregnant, then yay, and if not, then we'll start really trying at 9 months. And yeah, people asked, because I did answer that question and said I was tracking my cycle, and people asked what I meant by that, and basically I was using Natural Cycles. It's an app you can use on your phone that takes your temperature with an Apple Watch or an Oura Ring, or you can do it like through your mouth. It takes your basal temperature and kind of tracks your cycle and when you're gonna ovulate and stuff. And I also was taking ovulation tests to chart that. So I knew exactly when I was ovulating, and I had started my first postpartum cycle like exactly at 6 months on Thanksgiving, and I had 2 periods. I had one in November and one in December, and then I got pregnant. So yeah, and they were immediately kind of regular. I didn't have like anything wonky or weird when I started my period back, so I started tracking right when I started that first period, and then so I knew I was ovulating. I knew I could get pregnant, and that's what happened. The next question, probably my most asked question, is do we know the gender? When are we finding out the gender? What do we want the gender to be? All of that. So to start off, yes, I'm 20 weeks, so we could know the gender, but we do not, and we are not going to find out the gender of this baby until he or she decides they are ready to come into this world. That's when we'll find out if this little baby is a boy or a girl. As far as what we want, we truly don't have a preference. We'll be so happy and so excited if it's another boy or if it's a girl. So yeah, and that's kind of our reasoning why we are waiting to find out the gender until birth, just because we don't have a major preference. And I mean, whether we found out now or then, the sex does not change. Yeah, we're just not finding out. We think it'll be so fun and so special to find out at birth. That's gonna be, I'm like so excited for that moment. I think it's gonna be just the best. Leads me to another question you guys had, was how has this pregnancy been different from my first? And I guess differences is like, the best way I can kind of explain it would be that I feel like the hormones hit me more physically when I was pregnant with Cohen, and then this time I feel like they've hit me emotionally a lot more. For example, with Cohen, I broke out all over my face, chest, and back so bad. That was like my biggest symptom and really only symptom with him. And then this time around, I'm not breaking out, which I will take any day. But I've been really, really moody and emotional, and definitely a little snappy. So that's kind of been like the main difference is my mood is just like not great this time around. And I swear when I was pregnant with Cohen, if I didn't know I was pregnant, I would not have known until I had a bump, because I did not have symptoms. There were so many days I was like, am I even pregnant? But this time around, before taking a pregnancy test, everyone was kind of joking about it in my family because I was gagging so much, which I did not get nauseous or sick or anything with Cohen, and I was super gaggy. And then I never actually got sick and threw up, but I definitely have had so many days of feeling just like nauseous or blah, or feeling like I just am drained, which could totally be a part of pregnancy and taking care of an almost toddler. But that has been the biggest difference is this pregnancy is just not feeling like great, but also I haven't been like super sick. Like I'm not even complaining, because I know so many people struggle so much during pregnancy, and I just don't even know how like I would function taking care of Cohen and being super, super sick. We all got the stomach bug like a week ago. And oh, it was so bad. Like it was only like a 12-hour bug of being like actually sick, and oh, I could not take care of him. So this was the last question I actually answered on Instagram that I thought I would just re-answer and talk about a little more, and it was that asking if I am breastfeeding still while pregnant or if I just continued or whatever. And yes, I am still breastfeeding. I do plan on stopping like next week when Cohen turns 1, which is actually kind of bittersweet because it's been such a long journey. But I didn't notice any decrease in supply for me when I was got pregnant or anything, or in the first trimester, which was good. And yeah, it hasn't been too bad. I did have a while, like a month or so probably, where it hurt so bad because one, he was getting teeth, and then probably just pregnancy boobs hurt sometimes. But yeah, we are almost to the finish line breastfeeding him, and then I get like a 4-month break and I'm gonna start all over again with baby number 2. But yes, I did continue to breastfeed. I'm still breastfeeding, and the journey comes to an end very soon. But I also definitely need a break for at least the 4 months before baby number 2 arrives. those were the main questions. I had a ton of questions about gender because everyone wants to know, because I am 20 weeks. I think everyone was like, so what's the gender? But we're not finding out. I have no clue. We had our anatomy scan yesterday and they said, okay, you're not finding out. You can't call us back and say, what's the gender? Because we don't know. We are not writing it down. So nobody knows the gender except for the ultrasound tech, and she probably already forgot about it because she probably sees so many pregnant mamas. So yeah, so excited. It's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited for all the things to come this pregnancy. The nesting. Ooh, that's like my favorite part of pregnancy, is when I'm bumping and I'm getting the house ready for a little baby, and I'm gonna be turning Cohen, our guest room, into Cohen's new big boy room. He'll still be in a crib, but I'm gonna turn that room into his new room, get that all cute. I have an idea in my head of what I want, and then I'm gonna turn the nursery, well, I'm gonna keep it very simple because we don't know the gender, but get that all ready again, pull out newborn clothes. Oh my god, I want to organize my whole house. There's gonna be a lot of nesting content because there's a lot I have to do. Those are the majority of the questions that I got. I can't think of anything else to answer right now. I just really wanted to kind of do like a pregnancy Q&A, but then also do a little brief update of like where have I been, because I've been off of YouTube for a little bit now, but we're back. Let me know any other videos you guys want to see from me coming up. I can definitely do whatever. I missed you guys. I'm ready to come back to the YouTube game because I've been out of it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you totally should, because I do stay more consistent over there, and TikTok. I'll post a little quick 1-minute vlogs over there. But yeah, any more questions, please feel free to comment them down below and I'll get back to them, because my brain right now cannot think of anything else that you guys might want to know about pregnancy, about just life in general. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to comment any questions, any more video requests you guys want, whatever you want. Tell me how your day's going if you want to tell me that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!